Al and her family and her friends. I'd like, first of all, for you to know that I'm 4 years younger than Terrell. Gotcha, girl? Nope, I'm 4 years older. And I want to tell you how I met my friend. We were in our 20s. Yeah, that's a long time ago. And I belonged to a women's ball team. And we were good. We really were. And we practiced all the time. Well, there was about 3 different practices that we had this car that would drive up and watch us. Well, the girls said, we got to find out why that person keeps coming and watching us. So I volunteered, walked over to the car, and I said, do you know the game? And she says, yes. And I said, would you like to practice with us? And of course, she was eager. And she got out of the car, we went over, and I noticed her carrying a mitt. It was too little for her hand. It had to be her son's. I know that now. But anyway, she's got a ball cap on and everything. And I asked her what position she plays. And she said, I'm a pitcher. Well, that got us all excited because my sister Ann was the pitcher. And she could have some relief from it. Well, Terrell goes up on the mound. And I'm not kidding. She cocks her hat and spits like the real ball players. And she pitched. And she really did pitch. And that was all from watching us, because I found this out 2 weeks later, because she came to me and she said, oh, Darla, I got to tell you something. She says, I've never played. I just watched it on TV and seen how they done it. Then I watched you girls. Well, this was the beginning of a good friendship and lots of fun. We done several things together, me and her. We went to church together, and lots of times whenever her kids were small and my boys were young too, we get them on the bus and then we would go do something together. Sometimes we got in trouble, and I'm not telling about that. And then other times there were some serious things too. But Terrell was loved her kids, and she did right by them always. Another thing that would happen one time, she came down when I was getting breakfast ready, and I was eating white Carol syrup, which if you don't have that in your country, you know by Terrell telling you it's really sweet. And we mix it with peanut butter, and then we put it on bread and eat it. Well, Terrell, I got her hooked. She loved it. But about 3 weeks went by, she bopped in my back door, and she said, oh, I'm really upset. And I said, what's the matter? She said, I'm not eating that stuff anymore. I gained 10 pounds. We both laughed. Stop, Chad. I loved her kids. That Diana with them snappy eyes, you never knew what she was going to say or do. Pretty girl. And that little blondie, she always had a big smile and just melt your heart. And she really loved my youngest son, but it didn't work out, baby. I'm sorry. And that Tim, he was so mischievous, but he was so cute. You know, Terrell loved my boys, and I loved her kids. And if Carl Page was still alive, I would tell him thank you for bringing my friend from Norway to the USA. Happy birthday, girl, and I love you. And know this, you might be 1,000 miles away, but you're right here.